Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. On play action, it's Rodgers. They'll roll him out right. And that's caught. It's the tight end, Tyler Davis. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Of course we think of Aaron Rodgers as a pocket passer, but you and I both know this guy's a pure athlete. He can get outside and make plays with his legs as well.
I showed it right there, outside of the pocket and on the money. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by the Seahawk defense. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down. To throw, it's Rodgers. He'll get this to Lazard. And he's got this down to the 35.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create cap.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. James Robinson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. Extra point tagged on by Lambo. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
They go play action with Hurts. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Lambo on for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. From the 29, Hurts. Open here, Adam Thielen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Hurts fumbles it. But I believe a Seahawk was able to get a handle on this, so this will remain Seattle ball. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule?
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Raiders are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He'll buy some time right. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And got his man complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll see he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again to Henry. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. Now you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 21-0 our score after 1. On 2nd and 11 now. Hurts. And finding the tight end Hooper. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. From the gun, it's Hurts. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Brian Burns able to record his 5th sack of the season. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Lambo to add on the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Vision and speed, 2 of the attributes that you might say are important for a free safety, and we saw both in evidence there. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. And now Chenault on the end around. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
I think the reason that this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's in a full run by the time he gets the football.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
2nd down and 8. Here's Hurts to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Raider D, they get the football back. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Coming up on 2nd and 7.
But from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Seahawks will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that. but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Flushed out right. He dumps it off for Henry. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Flush to his right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's second down. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. That is caught by Thielen. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Running from the gun with Henry. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Throwing is Hurts. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Hurts. It's caught by Hooper. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
The quick slant caught. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Trying to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Look to throw on 3rd and goal. Rolling to his right. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line about the 1-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Max Williams. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks get a late score here in the final minute of the 1st half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Seahawks 7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers, create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back into youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Here's 2nd and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts sliding out of the pocket toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Laviska Shenault as time expires in the first half. And the Seahawks get a late touchdown here on the final play of the first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in Vegas with the Raiders on top. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Henry again on 2nd down. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Over to Hooper on the sideline. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I think the training and practice broke down on that play because he simply didn't run the route deep enough to get to the 1st down marker, despite what was a really nice catch and toe tap on the sideline.
Well, that's 3rd down 101. You got to go to the marker, know where it is. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fielded at the 20. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the 2nd sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Rodgers. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They run. Robinson. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Jordan Brooks on the tackle. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Touchdown, Raiders. Pat Freiermuth, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns in 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. On 2nd and 12, Hurts escaping the pressure right. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. This will go to Henry out wide. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Breaks the tackle, he's got room to run. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
On 1st down, Hurts. He completes it to Henry. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Hurts throw complete to his receiver, Thielen. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Back to throw here. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Taylor ran for the pick. And the Raiders are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Well, certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football. and they take one of those away. When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big...
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown! 4 touchdown pass, and the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Lambo on for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Now here's a throw that's complete. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And that is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts. Connection made with Chenault. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Back to throw again. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
That's going to be caught. It's Chenault. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. They're going to run this with a tight end. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Henry. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
Seahawks 21.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. offense for Las Vegas, about set to begin the drive. And this game just illustrates how important home field really is. On paper, didn't look like much of a matchup, but now it's looking like it'll become one of the big surprises of the weekend. 45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll run again here with Robinson, and he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Got a man, that's Lazard. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play there for the Raiders.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. On play action, Rodgers. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Aaron Rodgers on fire, his 5th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Raiders add on to their lead, and they appear poised to break this long losing streak. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now this throw caught left side and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And the Raiders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Rodgers looking to throw. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Rodgers going to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That was a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is He's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. But we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up first.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Derrick Henry, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks capitalize on this short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And it is starting to appear, thankfully for them, that this is the week they're going to put it all together and end that long losing. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Raiders. Darnell Mooney with his third touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. This is Chenault on the receiving end. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Hurts. And my goodness, another interception. Taylor Rapp with a pick. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Rodgers throwing here. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people really happy about those picks, any fantasy.
And that's caught inside the 30. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. The extra point is good, but it only impacts the final score as this game comes to a close. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play. But still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing is done.
So for Las Vegas, it's a win that was long overdue as they move to 1-6 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco.